2022 here at Canada's Wonderland. Now, we've covered this event a fair amount of times over the past couple of years, but it's the first time in 3 years that it's back to its full offering, if you will. Mazes and scare zones all comprised in the same event. Unlike last year, where due to restrictions due to the pandemic, you could not actually get a maze inside. Because of that, we're going to have a bit more of a chilled vlog than before as I try to relax and enjoy the event for as much as I can. We'll see about that. It always tends to be a pretty tricky vlog to capture every year, but we're always up for it. So here we go. We're only doing it once this year, so it's fine, or it's time for my home haunt after doing a really excellent one earlier called Martino Manor. If you have a chance, definitely check that out. Halloween Haunt 2022.
My bad, my bad, my bad.
Wait, look at that! Look at it! Look, give me a picture! What's this? Give me a picture.
Okay, so we've done a couple of scare zones, and we've encountered our first couple of mazes, Spirit Manor and Corn Stalkers. I've done them before, and the lineup behind me for those mazes, or the section to go into each one that you do them, I believe, concurrently, which is the best part about how this particular haunt is set up. But yeah, I've done them both, so I'm gonna skip that. I'm gonna come back here later. If it's a reasonable line, I'll definitely check them both out. Definitely check out my earlier vlog if you want reviews of those haunts. I'm sure there's been tweaks and changes, but they are generally the same haunts over the years, especially from Cedar Fair. There is one new one here this year, which we're going to definitely go inside. But for now, we're going to continue going through all the scare zones. I'm not going to narrate anything. Look for that later when I give reviews of this overall event. Probably not going to do many rides, if any, today. After a big trip through New York State and 6 other states and a trip before that, I'm kind of roller coastered full, let's say. So I'm good. And I have a huge trip coming in 2 weeks anyway, so if I get a couple rides in, we'll see. But that'll all be later. Let's continue the haunt.
To Mr. Rogers' sweater. Please welcome your illusionist, Nick Wallace.
What's your name? Jen. Thanks for coming up, Jen. Right this way. Jen, this is everyone. Everyone, this is Jen. So Jen, what we're about to do will be fairly odd, but the outcome will not be unpleasant. So Jen, I'm going to talk you through this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to put you into a state of mind that will allow you to be open to these suggestions and to everyone here. So you will not be hypnotized or anything like that. Just in a more relaxed state of mind, okay? So everyone else, bear with us for a moment. So Jen, I'm going to have you face me, okay? And I'm going to have you take a couple steps back. The machetes are on the ground. We don't need to worry about those. Perfect. So Jen, can you hold both hands out like this? Look right here. Take a deep breath in and let it out. So far, so good. Okay, another deep breath in. And as you exhale, just let your arms sink down to your sides, all the way down like this. Perfect. Jen, you're doing great. I'm going to turn you so you're facing everyone. Good. And I'm going to bring you right to the center of the stage here. Good. And Jen, I'm going to have you back up just a little bit. Right there. Are you comfortable right there? Perfect. So Jen, all you have to do is listen to my instructions. Follow along. You'll be fine. Okay? Now, I know there's a lot of people out here. I don't want you to be nervous or distracted, so we have some nice light music playing. And I'm going to put a sack over your head. It's more of a pillowcase than a sack. Are you ready? Okay. And Jen, can you bring your arm out like this again? And your other arm as well, do you mind? Perfect, just like that. Keep both arms right there just for a second. And very slowly let your arms rest down to your sides, all the way down. Jen, you're doing great. No inner ear issues we should be worried about. You're doing great. Again, just listen to my instructions, follow along. You'll be great. So Jen, as we do this, I want you to be very aware of any sensations that you might feel. Whether it's a hot sensation, a cold sensation, a tickling sensation, a touching, anything at all. Please don't smile, don't laugh or react. Just stand quietly and be aware. So Jen, this is just me still here with you right now. Raise your right hand if you could feel that. Perfect. Hand back down. Keep your hands exactly where they are right now. Don't move. Right now, I just want you to be aware of this sensation right here. I want you to remember this feeling. The next time you have this feeling, you're going to very slowly raise your right arm into the air. I'm not going to speak now until it happens. Keep your hand right there. Don't move. Don't move. And as soon as you feel this sensation return, very slowly let your arms sink back down. Very, very good. Jen, be very honest. Raise your hand if you can feel this. Hand back down. Raise your hand if you can feel this. Hand back down. You're doing great. I'm going to do this one last time. This time I want you to raise your hand the instant you feel something touch you. I'm not going to speak now until it happens. And hand back down. I'm going to count backwards from 3 to 1. When I do, your eyes will open nice and wide. 3, 2, 1. Eyes open. And welcome back. So, we are now in a pretty unique position because we're pretty much done. We have no idea what just happened. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I want you to wait till the show's totally over. Wait till we're totally done. Then you can ask your friends, and then you can tell her what happened. So everyone give Jen a big round of applause. Jen, you did great. Thank you so much for your help. Enjoy the rest of the show, Jen. Anybody have 4 or more?
But the fast motion ones always catch me out. You never know when an accident may happen. Customary for me to do at least a bit of a setup from the Leviathan. It is our jewel of the park, but I don't think I'll be getting on it today. The lines are pretty long, and I'm pretty sure I won't be doing any rides. I'm just enjoying the experience for what it is today, and it's been very enjoyable actually. I've been here a bit over an hour, and yeah, almost all the scare zones are done, so we got a couple more to do. Then maybe we'll get on a couple of rides. Definitely want to get a maze or two done, so hold on tight for more atmosphere here from Haunt. Vikings Rage is basically a walk-on because the show's about to start next door. I haven't been on Vikings Rage this year. Actually, I haven't been on Vikings Rage in ages. So we're gonna go on Vikings Rage. Vikings Rage, I'm pretty sure was my original first ride at this park. And it's always a treat. It gives a lot of that stomach sensation through the course of its very brief cycle. It's not going as high as it used to, but it's still a quality pirate ship. It's nothing like the ones in Japan, but it's still always worth a ride at least once a year. Excellent ride on Vikings Rage. It's the last ride I had this year. I think it'll be all right. I usually end with a tamer ride for the season. Last year Thunder Run, this year maybe Vikings Rage. just finished the first maze that I was able to get into. It was basically a walk-on, which was the Crypt, which is one of the older mazes behind me in the games room of Medieval Fair. One of the more solid mazes that the park has, actually, and as good as I remember it. Just for context sake, I'm kind of surprised that the park is actually not as busy as I expected it. It is Thanksgiving weekend, it's a Saturday. Benefit of that being that all the houses are definitely fully stocked, full of actors, which is great because that one had about 20 in there. Very tight corridors, lots of skeletons in the wall, exactly as you'd expect from the theming of what that maze is, the Crypt. There's no real unique rooms other than, say, Crypt on a Cob. If you've been inside, you'll know what I'm talking about because there's an odd little room that looks like a giant corn on the cob that you go around. But they really pack you in there and get you in tight, which is nice because it actually adds to the claustrophobic effect, and then people just come out of the walls and grab you. It's very effective. Good maze, and also word to one of the haunts that I unfortunately didn't have such a good time at in Edmonton, which is dark, with the marshals that they had with high vis vests on. In that particular maze, they're well hidden. The security's well hidden, so you don't actually see them really well, which really adds to the overall effect of the maze itself. Good maze. Gonna give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. If I'm gonna get to rate them all today, 7.5 out of 10. No changes, so you'll probably see something different from that particular maze in the near future. Nothing like a little show to kind of cheer you up after what has been really kind of like a real bad start to the scare season overall at parks in both chains, Six Flags and Cedar Fair. And then you just have a nice little lighthearted show like that that kind of gets you right into the right mood and spirit about what an event like this is all about. And really what this vlog is about today, if you do follow the channel, you'll know that there's been kind of tumultuous vlogs this year attached to scare season. So we're trying to make this one as lighthearted and not, acrimonious, full of, complaints. I don't complain that much during vlogs, but I generally expect a lot from a haunt, especially my home haunt, which this one is. So yeah, that's not going to happen this time. We're just going to enjoy things, and I will say I definitely am tonight. We might get some more rides in. I actually just did Drop Tower as well, and it looks like some things are starting to slow down, so we're going to do another couple scare mazes. We still have Lazy Bear Lodge to check out. There's a lot to do here before we're done today at home.
tira pra gente. So we did this.
Well, it's finally open. Lazy Bear Lodge, they did manage to get it finally open. Not in the summer as they promised, but that was always predicted. We're gonna go check it out. We're gonna go check out the bar. Why not? Because I'm not really that hungry, and it's the newest bar in Wonderland, and I used to do that Wonder Bars vlog, so it's only apt that I try this one out just before it closes. It's getting on to 11 o'clock. We'll go check out the inside while we're at it too. Lazy Bear Lodge, finally open. Let's check it out. Okay, so here we are at the Lazy Bear Lounge. I'm having my drink here, a Yukon Striker IPA, the best of the roller coaster branded beers. First impressions, I would say it's, it doesn't feel as ornate as I originally thought it would be as far as the fixtures and fittings are concerned. It definitely has the same feel of, say, that, I don't really know how to describe it other than a Cedar Fair or Six Flags grade theme park. So we're not talking Disney level. This place, the interior reminds me once again of that, I can never remember the name of the restaurant at Tokyo Disney Sea, but one of the fabulous ones that they had there, which was way more ornate than this one. It's got a good feel to it. It does just kind of feel like a chain restaurant interior to me though, so nothing that really takes it and elevates it beyond, say, to an exceptional theme park restaurant or themed restaurant, as there's excellent ones around the world and theme parks around the world, including in the Cedar Fair chain too, which this one's close but not quite there, I would say. It's great, it's Canadiana. I do like the look of it. It definitely still has a kind of a cafeteria feel to it. Vortex Hill has unfortunately been mangled a bit because of it, of course, but it doesn't feel terrible. It's got two terraces here that overlook Vortex, and you still get a great view of the second drop from the hill, or of Vortex itself. The first one is now completely hidden by the building sort of maintenance area in the back. So I'll give you a couple more shots of it overall. Next time we're here, we'll definitely check it out for the food, as I'm sure this is a restaurant that was meant to be heavily packed during the Winterfest, and it certainly will be. That's Lazy Bear Lodge. First impressions done. Doing these two mazes, as in order to do so, you need to go into Wonder Mountain. We've officially done all the scare zones. We've officially done almost all of the mazes. There's two left to do. Just did the crypt and pandemonium. The crypt, or the ruins, sorry, because we did the crypt first. The ruins is not changed since the last time I did it here at the park. Built into the basement of the mountain. One of the best parts about doing that maze. It is well fitted out. It is Raiders of the Lost Ark. It is an Indiana Jones kind of theme maze. We have giant cobras, giant spider that terrorizes people. Lots of mummified figures. Similar to the crypt in a way. but effective nonetheless in the fact that it, again, is very claustrophobic down there and really adds to the experience of the haunt. Pandemonium was super short. I don't even remember what it replaced, but very unusual. Just a couple of rooms based around lasers and light effects and people just coming out of the walls. So, you know, it's a pretty good maze for what it was. I definitely think it should have been a lot longer, however, but it showed some originality as far as
Where we needed to go.
I have to pause because we couldn't even see where we were there. Now, oh, hello. They're not done with us yet. 2 more mazes that we're off to. Yeah, Pandemonium was okay. I'd give that a 6, maybe a 5 out of 10. Whereas the Ruins is definitely another 7.5, I'd say, out of 10. Another 2 classics are coming up now, which includes Spirit Manor and Stalkers. And then we're done for the day, and if we have enough time, we'll get on one last ride before heading out of the park. All 5 mazes now done. Spirit Manor, excellent as before. In fact, the exact same as before. The things that impressed me the last time I was through it are the same this time, which were the floating books or the possessed books that floated above you in the library, and also that atrium or the sunroom where all the windows just like lit up with the lightning, which is very effective. I'd say there's the most imagination, especially considering it's a rather standard theme for a haunt or for a maze. Spirit Manor is among the most original in this park. Now, because it hasn't changed, I don't think I'd be rushing to get on it again, but I enjoyed it for what it was. Lots of actors. I definitely enjoy the fact that the lighting is very low-key in that attraction, so you can't really see where the actors are. In some of the rooms, there's 3 of them hidden in dark corners. This is very effective. I liked it. I'd say it's an 8 out of 10 for that particular maze. It's the most original here, and it is the best one still. We followed that up with Stalkers. I wish I hadn't done the one at Cedar Point now, because that one was phenomenal, and really a pale leaves that one in its tracks because, well, that's an effective maze here. The one at Cedar Point, unfortunately, which is originally based on, is among the best in the world. So it is what it is. And it was effective, but it wasn't that great. We're going through the farmstead again, which seems to be the area that we always end our night in for haunt. It's an unusual combination of music. The actors in this area are now gone, however. It's an abandoned maze. Unless there's one hidden in here somewhere, which would be nice, but the actors have left for the day. Our haunt day is almost over. It's been quite successful. I was very nervous about coming here on a Saturday. As I was convinced that it would be impossible lines and possibly no mazes to go through haunted houses. I apologize for those of you that prefer it to be named that. But we've done them all. And now we're off to our final ride of the day. At least we hope we'll get there in time. We have about 15 minutes to get there. As I had to do my rating system, I should remember at least to give Corn Stalkers a rating of sorts, and I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10. Very close, maybe a 6. I thought it was a lot better last time, but yeah, the lighting needs a little bit of improvement in there. You can kind of tell that it's a little bit dated and it needs some work done to it. In fact, a lot of the scare zones pre-pandemic, there used to be one in this very area where Tundra Twister is going to be located very soon. Unfortunately, that zone isn't here anymore. It wasn't that effective. There's also a maze that used to be the 50s sort of sci-fi maze that's not open at all. That tent is just closed. So unfortunately, yeah, we're a little bit lighter in the haunt. And if you've watched the Kings Island vlog, you'll know that that event also suffered from what were some very evident budget cutbacks. Although I will say smoke levels here have been pretty decent. Our final ride of the season, as I'm not entirely sure if I'll be coming to Winterfest, Mindbuster. And I'm kind of glad I'm here because unusually one of the cars for formerly known as Tomb Raider Time Warp is underneath this station being stored. And I don't know if that's a new car. I might have to do a little research online to find out if anybody else has been talking about why it's there. But it's very unusual. It makes you wonder what is going on, because that certainly is a new location for that particular vehicle. It certainly looks like it has been stored up for movement. Now either it's because it has been fixed up or it's being shipped out. Could this be the end of Time Warp? We shall see. But for now, a final night ride on Mindbuster for the season. It's been riding well this year. Let's do it one more time. It. The last train for Mindbuster is loading in behind me. Now it's not the last train for the season. Just so happens that I'm leaving the country in a couple of days, so yeah, I will not be back in time to come back to haunt. At least I don't think until next year. And there really is not a point because yeah, I've experienced most of what I need to for this year, I would say. It has not been a re-ride heavy year, but I've gotten plenty of rides in on this particular ride. Last train. There it goes. Last train. The last Zen ride. At least for tonight. I have a different relationship with wood coasters after my most recent American tour. That was not the smoothest Mindbuster ride, but it also was an excellent one. Oh, Mindbuster in the dark. It really, it's really kind of building into its character in its roughness, much like a coaster like Coney Island Cyclone is, in the sense that you can't really picture that ride being other than what it is. You wouldn't want it to be glass smooth like Phoenix. You really want it to be the character of what it is. And I will re-emphasize, I now have a new number one, and it's a wood coaster, and this one just keeps rising up the ranks over the 40 years that I've ridden it. So it's kind of surprising to me that it still rates as highly as it does. It seems funny to put skeletons on top of a Tim Hortons sign, but if, say, a Tim Hortons is closed, say on Thanksgiving or Christmas Day, this is how most people feel without their Tim Hortons. They feel dead. Dead. That's how I feel on Christmas morning when I can't get my coffee. And I haven't appropriately prepared for that.
I went down into the kitchen, I would go to the bus and run down and go to
Through the trail of discarded funnel cakes, we make our way out of Halloween Haunt for the final time. Farewell. We'll see you next year. It's been a pleasure and a scare. All right, we're off again. I would have to say this is probably one of my best haunts that I visited. Yeah, Canada's Wonderland. I had a great time tonight. Took some time. It was only 3.5 hours on a very busy Saturday, yet somehow we managed to get quite a lot done. All the mazes done. I'd say they were definitely quality. I've been through a lot of mazes this year, so it's been one of those years where I have a lot of weird comparisons to make with these ghouls that still keep creeping up behind us. But these are high quality ghouls, I'll tell you that, amongst the ones in the world. How was your evening?
It's bedtime now.
Oh, it's bedtime now. It's bedtime.
Time to go.
I'm actually escaping the park with my life. They haven't done their job today. I don't know. Maybe not my soul, however.
The rides are off. You should be off too.
I should be off. I think I'll take their hint. I should probably get out of here.
camera.
Oh no. They're all here now. They're all here. I couldn't get any attention earlier, but I better get out of here now. Bye guys. See you next year. Now we're gonna wrap things up outside. All these ghouls, there's so many. Oh dear. They're just ushering us all out. Will we actually get out of the park?
I got you.
I do not know. Oh dear. I don't know if we'll make it out.
Watch out!
To be honest with you, there's more actors here than there have been ever I've seen at the entrance of the park. I'm very impressed by this. And they want me out of here. There we go. It's like I'm getting a personal escort to get out. And that is exactly what we're gonna do. All right, guys, well, that is it. That is Haunt 2022 done. I have to say, I've been thinking about it a lot, even in those last couple minutes on the way out, and it is. It is the best haunt I've ever attended here at Canada's Wonderland. And that is even with like half of the mazes that it had before in, say, 2019, 2020. It's hard to think of even whether or not those pandemic years and how they affected this park were in effect. But yes, 2019 was the last effective one that I was here for. But I would say that that was one of the more enjoyable ones, which is crazy in 3.5 hours that could be possible, because I know I've been here before on days where it's been way more hectic and busy and haven't gotten nearly half of what I wanted to get done. I just wanted to get the scare zones done. I just wanted to get the mazes done, and it successfully did so. Great day, great night, and we're off. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. We're off on a crazy trip, I believe, after this one is posted. And we're going to Europe. If you haven't watched the announcement vlog, we're gonna go do a bunch of different haunts in Europe for the first time. So we're gonna be able to compare the haunts of North America to the haunts of England, Germany, Belgium, and Holland for the first time. So it's gonna be quite an excursion, and I'm certainly looking forward to sharing it with you all. So definitely stay tuned to watch those videos. All right, guys, like I said, that's a wrap from here for 2022. Thanks for watching.